So, good morning, students. Just I will take pen. Okay. So, in this lecture, we will discuss about the JFET. As far as your demand is concerned, I am taking this topic once again for you. JFET, the junction field effect transistor. So, normally we know that we have in the previous lectures we have discussed about the BJTs. Okay, BJT, that is nothing but the bipolar junction transistor. Okay, bipolar junction transistor, there are two types, that is nothing but the NPN and PNP. Okay, so we have discussed this thing. So in this lecture we will discuss about the JFET, that is nothing but the junction field effect transistor. Okay, so what exactly it mean, we will cover whole topic in this particular lecture, today lecture. So those who are not subscribed, please click on the subscription button, so you are getting the latest update of each and every video, and go through the playlist so you can watch the entire video series of EDC1, in which you will find each and every concept in the detail one. Okay, no one will teach you in the detailed manner as far as Mumbai University syllabus is concerned. So if you are not subscribed, please go through the subscription. Okay, so what exactly mean by JFET? So JFET is nothing but the junction field effect transistor, but this is the broad category. Broad category, that is nothing JFET. JFET is divided into three parts, that is nothing but the JFET. Sorry, FET is divided into three parts, that is nothing but the JFET. Okay, JFET. Then MOSFETs. MESFETs are also there, but we will restrict to our syllabus. So MOSFET. Okay. Again, MOSFET and JFET, junction and metal filled semiconductor. So these are nothing but the two broad category. In the JFT you will find N channel and P channel, and in the MOSFET again you will find a D type MOSFET and E type MOSFET, that is a depletion type MOSFET and enhancement type MOSFET. Again, each D type and E type having two types, that is nothing but the N channel again and P channel. Again E type, again how many types? There are N channel as well as P channel. Each and every device, that is nothing but in JFET, again two types. Each and every device is having separate symbol, separate characteristics, and separate its working. So this is nothing but a 2, 2 plus 2 plus 2. That is nothing but a 6 devices are there as far as FET is concerned. And in the BJT you will find only NPN and PNP only. Okay, this you have to keep in mind. So what are the similarity in between these two? So you amplify, both can amplify the signal. Then each can be used for switching devices and impedance matching purpose. So what exactly mean by? So amplification is a thing, but for suppose my signal, if I'm talking on my microphone, okay, and that voice is not audible to the auditorium itself. So what I will do, I will use the amplifier, which will amplify my signal, original signal, by increasing its amplitude, not frequency. Its amplitude will increase. So both, if I'm using the BJT, it can amplify, and the FET, it can amplify the signal. So I can design my amplifier. This is the main application we have discussed in the entire EDC subject. Just a minute, I will rub this portion. Okay, just a minute. Okay, switching device you can use for switching purpose. That is nothing but if voltage, if the base voltage, the IB is base current is greater than the threshold voltage, it can switch from this to this. It will create a contact. That is nothing but the on to off, off to on. Likewise, this will also, it will do the same operation by some controlling voltage. Here controlling voltage is their voltage, that is the controlling voltage there, and here control current is there. So what are the differences? And impedance matching purpose, impedance matching purpose is that suppose amplifier is there, the amplifier amplify the signal to certain constant. So what we have to do, we have to add number of amplifier in the series, that is nothing but a cascade. So this will amplify first signal, then that is given to second, this is given to third, and lastly it is given to the my loudspeaker. Okay, loudspeaker it is given. So suppose this is A1, this is A2, this is A1, A2, then A3. So if I want to connect these two, its impedance should be matched, otherwise there is a distorted in between the signals. So what you have to do, you have to go for the circuit by using BJT or FET. Common collector configuration is used. We'll discuss in the next upcoming lecture. What are the differences? FETs are voltage control device. We have discussed that FETs are voltage control device and BJTs are the current control device. Okay. Then FET are higher input impedance and BJT are having higher gains. So as far as gain is concerned, BJT is having higher gain, and as far as impedance is concerned, FET is having higher input impedance. So FETs are less sensitive to the temperature variation and more easily integrated on IC. So this is nothing but what, suppose if I am designed an IC and if I am going from this place to the Rajasthan, then it will get most unstable. If I am getting again to the Siberian countries like where or Denmark and some countries where there is a less temperature in the minus degree some temperature is there. So what will happen? This device will not work properly. So if it is are less sensitive, that means you can operate at higher temperature and lower temperature also. But the similar case will not happen with the help of BJTs. So FET types, we have discussed this, that is nothing but a JFET and MOSFET, that is nothing but a metal oxide semiconductor MOS, and FET is field effect transistor. So again MOSFET again divided into two types, depletion type and enhancement type. These again have two types, that is nothing but the N channel and P channel. Okay, so JFET, the construction is JFET. So to understand this concept, you have to analyze one model that is called as water analogy model. This what exactly it means. Suppose in your bathroom there is a tap in which here is a tank and we are connecting this tank via one tap. So if you are rotating this tap, the amount of water is getting to the bucket or it will get drained over here. So how much gate voltage, means how much you are rotating, depending on that current will be, that water will be flow. Likewise, this will happen in case of JFETs and JFET. So what will happen in this case? So the current is there, that is nothing but here, that is source current is there. If you are increasing the gate voltage over there, then maximum current is caused to flow from source to drain. So whatever the current at source is similar to the drain, that is nothing but I can say that ID is equal to IS over here. IS is equal to IS over here. Just a minute, I will rub this portion once again. Okay, this is a construction in which here if I am using the n-type metal, that is nothing but the negatively the electrons are majority and holes are the minority. So if I am using this one and that is surrounded by two P channel. So P slab I will say. Okay. So the base material is of N. So this is nothing but my N channel device. Okay, N channel device is there. And if I am using this instead of N, I will use P. And here are the opposite, that is nothing but N1. So that is nothing but the N channel device. Okay. And the terminals are drain, source, and gate. So you have to tell me what are the terminals of BJT. What are the terminals of BJT in the comment box. So I am watching your comment. Just comment your answer. What are the terminals of BJT? How many terminals? We know that three terminal device BJT and FET. So you have to tell me what are the three terminals of BJTs. Okay. So now it's characteristics, how it works, that we have to do. So for that, what I have done, I have taken one battery. I have taken a battery. Battery is having two port terminals, positive terminal and negative terminal. The positive terminal I have connected to the drain terminal, okay, of the drain terminal of the VFET, JFET, and the negative terminal I have connected to the source, and the rest of terminal, that is nothing but the gate terminal I have connected to the ground. Okay, I have to connect ground, that is nothing but zero voltage I have applied constantly. So in this case, what will happen? If now imagine that voltage battery is variable. Okay, this battery is variable supply. So if zero voltage there, so here positive potential is but zero potential, that's why whatever the n-type material is there, it is having how much, what are the carriers? Electrons are the majority carrier, that is nothing but electrons are in more in number as compared to the holes. So the electron will get attracted. No, the voltage is zero, so it will not get attracted. If I am changing my voltage from 0 to suppose 1 volt, so here I am having positive potential. Okay, positive potential over here, and at this point I am having negative potential. So negative and electron are the same polarity, so that will get repelled. And here I am having positive potential, so overall electron will get attracted at this place. Overall electron at the attracted at this place. And here, if you will find this portion, that is, you will find one gray color. This is nothing but my depletion region. Depletion region is what? Where you will find the minority and majority charge carriers are there. They are combining and they are forming one layer. What will happen? We know that p-type metal we are having holes are the majority and electrons are the minority, and in case of n-type metal we are know that electrons are the majority and holes are the minority. So whatever the minority charge carrier, they are getting attracted toward each other plus minus, that is nothing but the holes and electron, and they are forming one layer that is called a depletion region. They are forming a depletion region. So depletion region will form over there. So if I'm changing from 0 to 1, so electron will get attracted at this place. So now if electron will get attracted this place, so whatever the holes from this depletion region, okay, as you know that holes and electrons are get attracted, means same opposite polarity are get attracted. So electrons are there and the holes are there, they are getting attracted to each other. That means the holes that will expand this depletion region depending on how much voltage I am applying. So if I am changing from 1 to 2, then again more number of electron is there, and if I am applying more number of electron, so just a minute, I will have this portion. If more electrons are attracted, more current is caused to flow. So we know that wherever there is a wherever there is a flow of electron, in the opposite direction the current will flow. So electrons are flowing in this direction, so current is flowing in this direction. So current that flows through the drain terminal, so we are denoting that id over there, and that current will flow like this one via this path and coming out of this terminal. So coming out of this terminal, that is source terminal, so that current is is. So we can know that whatever the current going from the drain terminal and it is coming out of source terminal, so they are same current. Okay, the names are different because it is coming going inside via drain terminal and coming out by source terminal, not more than that one. So it's equal one. Suppose 1 milliampere current is flowing through drain terminal, same current is obtaining at this terminal. So just a minute, I will have this portion. Okay, so likewise if I am applying more and more VDS over there, VDS is nothing but the voltage across drain and source, the more and more current cost to flow. Okay, so it is like this one. So if you are applying, this is the voltage. Okay, this is the voltage. So point 0.1, point 0.2, point 0.3, point 0.4, like this one I am increasing the voltage. So the current is also going to be linearly increasing. But at what current it has to be stopped. Okay, it has to be stopped. So whatever the maximum current is going to flow at the voltage, that is called as pinch off voltage, and the maximum current is called as drain to source voltage, that is nothing but the saturation voltage. After that your current will not going to be flow, that is the maximum current. So that might be suppose 8 milliampere over there. After 8 milliampere current is getting constant over there. Okay, so what will happen in this case? What will happen in this case? If you are applying maximum voltage, that is nothing but VDS is equal to VP, then what will happen? This depletion region of P type and this depletion region of P type, they are getting in contact. That's why electron, there is no space for electron to move in this space. That's why current is zero over there and current is stop over there. So that is nothing but the maximum current path to flow in this case, that is nothing but the IDSS is there. Okay, so this is the IDSS. After that, no current is caused to flow, that is the current is not flowing from this one. Yeah. So if we are applying, now in the first case we have not applied any VGS here. Just a minute. We have not applied any VGS, we have connected to zero terminal. So if I am applying a negative VGS over there, that is nothing but the minus 1 voltage is over there. So P type I have connected to the minus terminal, and this positive terminal I have connected to the source terminal. So here you will get a positive supply. Okay, positive supply, and here you will get a, again this is greater than 0, so this is nothing but my again positive. Okay, positive, and these two terminals are there positive negative, so it will get a 0 over there. Then that is nothing but here I am applying a negative. So what will happen in this case, what will happening in this case? So here negative, that is nothing but here holes are getting more attracted toward this terminal, holes are getting more attracted to this terminal. That's why what will happen, the pinch of region is there, that is get in this direction, that will get in this direction. Okay, so device will not stop over there. So if you are applying more and more negative voltage, so this pinch of region is get attracted over there, and you are getting, the electron are getting more path to flow over there. Okay, so to stop on and off, we have to control this voltage by negative voltage over there. So at the zero VGS, we are getting the less current over there. Okay, and if we are applying more and more negative voltage, we are getting the more and more current over there. So we can on and off this device by controlling this VGS over there. Okay, VGS over there. These are the characteristics of different. So if you are applying the VGS is 0, so we are getting the maximum current. So this current is going to be here about 8 milliampere. Okay, this is a practical case. Then if you are applying the minus 1 volt, so current is less one, this will go, and near about 4 point something it will saturate. Again if you are increasing the VGS to minus 1, again it will minus 3 again, and at the VGS is equal to minus 4, this device will turn off. That voltage is also called as pinch off voltage, we have discussed in the previous slide. So I think we have to stop over here. This is the all about the JFET. If this is the one video, you will understand you what are the JFET characteristics and all. So we will stop over here. Thank you very much for attending this lecture.